with the millions.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure flow. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action back to back. In fact, this monster will go. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. Heart like winter cold. Bust these fools, anything less than killing whack rappers is a crime. I stay trying to get mine. Stacking value, packing venues, winning.
What, twice?
I know, right? Yeah, I actually hit the wrong button. Yo, what up? What up, friends? You know who it is. The Ball and Buds crew is here with your combat sports special. I'm having technical difficulties on my end, so I am on my phone, as you can see. So if I look a little weird, or I look like I'm not looking at the camera, my apologies in advance. But that being said, I'm not the one that's going to be doing the majority of the talking anyways. That's the star of the show. And this is Clubber D, the Combat G's Combat Sports Special. So Clubber D, how are we doing today, my brother?
You know, we're maintaining. We're having fun. You had a little, nice little holiday work party, that good stuff. Got some nice gifts. A white elephant.
What'd you get? What'd you get in the white elephant?
I got a terrible gift that I gave away. It was like some,
God bless.
like some posters, something like that. And it was like one of those deals where I picked it up, looked at it. I should have grabbed the other gift, but I opened that one instead. And then I was like, that look of like the disgust when you get a gift you don't want. But I'm a nice sport, so I accepted everything. But,
now, did you later trade that gift though? Because I know you quite well. I think you might have tried to barter with someone.
Well, there were some lovely young ladies that I work with, some people that were like, "Hey, can I have this?" I was like, "Look, as long as we leave here, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to turn around. If it's gone, it's gone. I don't know what happened.
That's hilarious.
And it's not here. It is what it is. But just to let everybody know, I give good gifts. I did an eggnog little bottle.
Okay.
Evan Williams, and then I added an additional bottle of Evan Williams bonded. 100 proof. So I do good gifts.
You know what's hilarious is that is my drink in Nashville, because across the street at the liquor store for Christmas, well, I should say only for Christmas. It's the only time I drink eggnog. But during Christmas time when I'm there in Nashville, I'll go get the Evan Williams eggnog and I'll mix it with the Bondin bottle Evan Williams and make it.
For $20, all you bourbon drinkers, for $20, that Evan Williams bonded is a gift.
Fire
for cheap. Granddad bonded, $20, $24.
Yes.
Easy, get it. Stop being dusty and drinking Slits or where the hell y'all be drinking.
Stop being dusty, you bums. All right, but anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. As always, we appreciate it. You're going to see me sliding around here on camera just because I need to present a screen here, because we have some amazing boxing news coming up, y'all. And Clubber D really wants to give you the hot scoop and tell you about what he thinks, and I'm going to tease this real nicely here, what may be the best boxing card ever. Let me move that out of my face. So let's go ahead and bring this up now. While we're doing that, make sure you're subscribed at Ball and Buds. I see we got a bunch of people watching on the live stream. So please go ahead and subscribe at Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS. Make sure you hit that like button as well. Help us out in the algorithm. Please hit that like button. Oh, what up? What up? Yes, look at Clubber D hitting those comments. The Red Ribbon bathroom. Shut up. You see I got my degree in the background.
Brandon, I haven't seen that card announced, so we might have to talk about that later on. We will definitely get into that. If you know any fights you're looking forward to, write them in the comments. We might get to those.
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah, like you said, you have any fights you want Clubber D to address, please let us know. That being said, let's take a look at this amazing card. First of all, it's going to start with that main event, right? You got the Beterbiev versus Bivol rematch, excuse me. Then we got Daniel DuBois versus Joseph Parker, an all-Britain escapade. We've got
wait a second, sir. Joseph Parker's from.
Wait.
He's New Zealand or something.
He's
like
New
that.
Zealand. That's right. Thank you. You're right. I apologize to Joseph Parker. Yeah, please do not KO me. I don't want to be KO'd. We got Shakur Stevenson. We got Virgil Ortiz. We got Israel Madrimov. We got Jay Lee Jean. We got Callum Smith. Nashville. He's from Nashville, right? I think he is. Anyways,
Callum Smith is from. He's Liam Smith's brother. He's
Oh, he's English. He's British.
He's
okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get. What are your thoughts on this card, my brother? What do you think about this?
Turkey Al-Sheikh is doing this again. He's doing what we've been asking for in boxing for a long time. We're getting the fights, all the fights we want to see, and he's already announced that this fight is going to be like $25 to get this event. $25 is crazy.
That's crazy work.
$80 over here to fight.
Oh, thank you, Lord Jesus.
Somebody fight a bum. I'm not gonna name no names, but we're paying $70 to $80 to fight boxing in America. Where Turkey Al-Sheikh was like, you know what, good boxing. You know what I'm saying? I could do this for $25. And this fight card, if it stays the same, could be probably the best fight card of all time.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
No way that this could disappoint. Okay. You just look at the main event.
Do you want me to start at the bottom so you can kind of like address and go up to the top? Is that what you want to do here?
I mean, well, the one thing I would say right here. So you got Virgil Ortiz going against Madrimov. Madrimov is the one that Terrence Crawford just beat.
Right.
He is already scheduled to fight on the Tyson Fury versus Usyk rematch in December. He's already scheduled to fight. He's fighting Borchek, the guy that Virgil Ortiz just fought, and everyone thought that fight was kind of close. Thought he lost that fight, dropped Virgil Ortiz multiple times in that fight. But Israel Madrimov is fighting in December against Borchek, and then he's going to fight Virgil Ortiz. So in February. So that's wild. I don't know how that's going to happen. So
that's
crazy.
Right
there,
Shit.
I doubt that fight's going to happen. I seriously doubt that fight will happen.
Okay, so you think because the fights are too close together that one's just going to fall through? Okay, all right.
And also, with that fight, Boots Ennis has come over a lot of steam because he didn't look that great against Karen Chukajan, and I don't pronounce his name all jacked up, but he didn't look that great, and already pronounced it. He was going to go up to 154, and then now he, all right, now you're touching too many things now.
I know, right? Touching too many things.
Yeah, let's relax over there. Pause. But so he already announced that he wanted to move up to 154. Now this fight got announced, and then he said, "Oh, I'll fight you at 147." So they're saying Boots is ducking, which is, not too cool. I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, that's a fight card that I cannot wait to see. We'll touch more on that fight card when we get to that. When we get closer. Omar, what are you doing over there? What is going on?
I'm trying.
Anyway, all right, we're gonna keep it moving. So that's a fight card that I'm waiting to see. I hope that everything stays the same, but I honestly think that that Israel Madrimov fight will not happen. And one of the main fights that besides that fight, I'm curious to see Shakur Stevenson when he makes his comeback. How's Shakur Stevenson gonna look when he comes back? And he was coming off that hand injury. He hasn't looked great in his last few outings. So let's hope that Shakur Stevenson puts on a good show. And it's him fighting Kid Austin right there is kind of puzzling to me. We saw Kid Austin Floyd Schofield fight his last fight a couple weeks ago. He didn't look that great. He got dropped, came back, but he's only 22 years old, and are putting him there against a champion. Now, Oscar De La Hoya wasn't for it, but you got to remember Oscar De La Hoya, he won his first title when he was 20, 21 or something like that. Trying to say he wants to build Floyd Schofield up. Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, all the greats were champions at an early age. Devin Haney, champion at an early age. So you can't tell these fighters, we want to build you up, but if they have a chance to be great at that age, at this point, sometimes you got to let them do what they got to do. That's a fight I'm very interested to see because Shakur has something to prove. And Kid Austin has something to prove as far as being a young gunner trying to fight, against the world champion at that age.
Now I know it's early, but you did mention how young he is and how they're putting him up. And I assume from the way that you were just talking about it, too early in your eyes. Do you think he even stands a modicum of chance here against one of the best fighters in the world right now?
The way he looked the last fight, he fights like that against Shakur. It's not going to look good. It's not going to be a good fight.
Okay.
If it does, I mean, it depends on his game plan. It really depends on Shakur Stevenson if his hands are really healed, because he hasn't looked so great his last few fights. He's either running or just point fighting because he can't take it his issue with his hands and wrists. So, it's one of those things where it really depends on what type of condition is Shakur Stevenson in for this fight. So, yeah. I wish it was in the States also, but it's a yes and no, because when these fights happen, these fights are on at like 1-2 o'clock our time, and that's actually pretty cool because that means I can have my night to do whatever I want to do when these fights are done. This card might be done at like 7 o'clock, and then you can do what you want to do on Saturday night.
Right.
The reason why we won't have these fights in the States because the promoters here are too scared to put these fights together. They're it's the Floyd Mayweather effect. Everyone's scared to let their O go just in case. They don't want to challenge themselves. And Turkey Alex Sheik, he's all about, hey, the real fighters fight over here. If you're a real fighter, you want to fight somebody, you're gonna come rock with us. Point blank period. So
yeah, and thank you for tuning in, Brandon. We really appreciate it. Brandon also says UFC 310 is going crazy. Would love your predictions. Well, you're in the right spot, our brother. You are in the right spot because we are going to get Clubber D's predictions for UFC 310 directly after this here in a couple minutes once we're done with the boxing. So stay tuned, my friend. And make sure everybody subscribed at Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS. You can catch us there on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. We are also on the Bottom Line Sports channel right now in Facebook. If you join the Facebook group there, we are also on the Let's Talk Sports channels on YouTube, on Twitch, and on X. So we are all over the social media airways. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's keep it moving. What do you think about this Daniel Dubois Joseph Parker fight?
I love how you pronounce it, Dubois.
Is it not? What is it?
DuBois.
Oh, DuBois.
but the proper way is Dubois.
The American way is Dubois, yeah, I guess. Exactly. I guess the European is okay. Okay, got it.
It's all good. It's funny, but no. This is a fight. I forgot who he was supposed to fight. They scheduled at first. It was supposed to be Big Baby Jarrell Miller, who had that draw with Andrew Ruiz, on the Bud Crawford fight card. But I guess something happened with the negotiating. So they kind of bumped him out and put Joseph Parker in there. Joseph Parker is deserving of a title shot because, he beat Zhang and he beat Deontay Wilder. So he's an ex-champion. He's fought for the belt multiple times, fighting Joshua. He's fought Fury. No, he didn't fight Fury, but he fought Joshua. He had the belt and he lost it to, I think he beat Ruiz or lost it to Ruiz back in the day, WBA. But, he's ex-champion. He's been on a tear. And this fight, I'm not gonna say it might steal the show, but this might be. It's not gonna go the distance. It's weird because both of these fighters, if anyone follows their career, they're all about confidence, and the higher the confidence these fighters have, the better they. Sometimes they don't. They're lacking confidence coming into a fight. They don't look that great. So both of these fighters need that motivation, that corner man to big them up during this fight. So I'm very interested to see which one of these fighters is going to come in more confident, because if you saw Daniel Dubois when he fought Joshua,
right,
in a press,
exactly.
I'm not scared of you. We'll see what you want to do. So if he keeps that killer mentality and stop being Mr. Nice Guy, I think he could win this fight.
And that's exactly what I was thinking. Sorry to step on you there. That's exactly what I was thinking when you just were talking. In my mind, I was thinking, man, he had that really good showing against Anthony Joshua. There's no reason that he couldn't do that again.
Exactly. He didn't. That was in Wembley. That was in Wembley Stadium with 90,000 people, throwing fish and chips and whatever else they eat over there. So it was a big crowd, and he rose to the occasion. So he's hungry. He's been fighting hungry ever since that Usyk loss. Which, if you ever watch that fight, kind of should have won that fight, but because he did hit him below the belt, but it was really on the line. And
we are always in sync, and that's why I love how close we are, because we just have these things. It's like we have the ESP. So that's exactly what I was thinking. So if Dubois, or whatever how you say it, if he wins this fight, we've been dancing around this all British Wembley extravaganza with Fury and even possibly Usyk, were he to beat Fury? Is that still in the possible realm here of things we could see?
My thing would be this: if Daniel wins this fight, I'm calling first name like we're cool. If Daniel wins this fight, and say Usyk wins, who knows what they're gonna do with the belts?
Okay.
Now,
but what about with Fury? Because Fury, that's pretty much guaranteed then, right? Or
if Fury wins, Usyk, he's already stated that he might retire. He's already kind of like,
oh wow, okay,
yeah,
I didn't hear that. All right.
So he's kind of, if he wins, I think he might retire. If he loses, I don't know if he'll retire or whatever. But say perfect world, he wins, Usyk wins, without a doubt, and he doesn't retire, I can see him wanting to fight Daniel DuBois to be 2-time undisputed.
Ooh, right.
Does have the IBF championship. It's only unified for Fury and Usyk. It's not for all the belts. It's only unified. It's not undisputed. Now, I think the winner, because this fight is going to happen in February, and Usyk and Fury are in December 21st, the same day of an ugly sweater party I'm going to. We should be attending.
Yes, but, I want to go.
So the winner of that is basically setting up each other to fight for undisputed pride next fall. That's my guess.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice.
And if I'm right, then a turkey like sheep, fly me out there. You know what I'm saying? Because
hey, Dubai, baby. Hey,
me, you. Now they ain't Saudi. It'll be me, you.
Oh,
we can stop by Dubai, holler at some Habibis and keep it moving. But it'll be me.
Yo,
we'll get Skywalker. We'll get Papi Chunyeo. We'll get
Josh.
Shout out to the fellas.
Yeah, shout out to all of our fellas out there. As he mentioned, y'all make sure you tap in with all of them guys, 86 Bucks and Skywalker and Poppy. Shoot, yeah, yo. I like how you say. What do you say? Heavy on the one.
As my man Ernest says, it's what do you say? Heavy on the Poppy, light on the yayo. Okay.
Yes, that is true.
On the yayo.
That is tremendous. That is great. I love it. Yeah, no, for sure. Hey, Turkey Al-Sheikh, we've been already doing our boxing interviews. We're all journalists. We're stepping up our game. Invite us out, baby. Let's go. All right, moving on. Beterbiev versus Bivol, the rematch that everybody has been waiting for. Obviously, the last fight, the decision was a little bit of some people said it could have been a bad decision. Excuse me. A little bit of controversy.
It's close.
What are we thinking, brother?
Oh, I love it. Because you got to understand, that was only 4 months after Beterbiev had surgery on his knee, on his MCL. So now he's having more mobility, and his fight isn't too far off his last fight. So even though he's older, I think he's about 40, close to it. I'm leaning towards him, and this is going to be. I'm happy he's fighting a lot quicker than the whole year, because I believe Ramadan is March this year, so they're doing this fight right before Ramadan, so he doesn't have to worry about worrying about that while training. So, I'm looking forward to this fight. I want to see what's Bivol's game plan, because he fought a perfect fight the last fight, but still, you can't win by backing up. It's tough. That's my main thing. Felix Trinidad against De La Hoya. De La Hoya was winning until like the eighth or ninth round and started backing up. You cannot. My thing is always, you cannot win backing up. I don't care. It's not good optics when it comes to boxing. There's a thing about ring generalship, and Bivol lacked that towards the end of that fight.
Now, I want to follow that up, because we know that Beterbiev was, for the most part, at least in the public eye, in the mainstream, the mainstream non-knowing boxing fans, Beterbiev was kind of a latecomer in terms of name recognition. He's 39 now. Yeah. Bivol is 33. We obviously saw that it looked in the fight, and some people said this from the last fight, that the younger fighter was looking obviously more spry, but that Beterbiev, getting older, was looking a little older as well. Do you adhere to what those people said, and how do you think this fight, them each being now 18 months older, is going to affect the elder Beterbiev?
Well, it's one of those things where that's when people. Beterbiev he's not like an actor. He's not gonna throw 1,000 punches. Okay, this man before this fight, everybody he fought, I think he was like 19-0 with 19 knockouts. So the sample size for him wasn't really that great. So most people didn't know who he is. Only the hardcore boxer fans did, or casuals don't really know. Bivol, because Bivol fought in the HBO days. He's only 33, but he's been in the limelight since his early 20s.
And he fought Canelo. So
he fought and beat Canelo. So more people know him in his style. But it's weird. You would think the knockout guy would be the guy more popular, but that's just the way boxing is. It's about the exposure. He's top ranked. He's on ESPN. All the Canadian and Russians, all the big hardcore, fans, and especially them having this card in Saudi Arabia and him being a Muslim, they went crazy the first time when he fought. So he has a fan base. It's kind of like Khamzat Chimaev in the UFC. He can only fight in Abu Dhabi or Saudi or something like that. He can't come to America and fight just yet. I don't even know if he can go to Australia and fight. But the reason why it's good, kind of like the other person Pantoja is fighting, what we'll get to later, that they have a great fan base. They have a great backing behind them from people from their culture or from their homeland. So that's why the exposure like this this should be good exposure for them. That first fight, people talked about it. So now everybody's going to want to watch the rematch and see what he can do. I think he's only going to get better because it's more time since he's had that knee injury. That he's going to prove and knock. No, I can say it yet. It's going to be a good fight. I ain't going to say we.
Yeah, don't give it away yet. Don't give it away. Don't give it away too quick. We got to tease him with it. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Yes, this is going to be an amazing card. So I do have one last follow-up question before we get to UFC 310.
I'm not going to call this person out, but why are you sending me an old video that's not funny? Watch the show, cornball.
What? Watch the show.
Sending me old ass videos like, dog, don't stop. You're going back to deleted.
Right, and it means you're not watching us, so that's fine. So I guess the question I'm thinking now is, what other big fights are on the horizon that you can think of? Because in my eyes, other than Fury and Usyk, we don't have anything lined up for Canelo or for Terrence Crawford, even though there was rumors of that moving closer to a thing that might happen. What do you see on the horizon for any other major fights that the mainstream audience?
So the month before this, in January, I think is it January, maybe early February, we're gonna have David Morrell against David Benavidez. The winner of that fight is going to get the winner of this, and that's going to be phenomenal. That's why I want a certain person to win, so we can just get rid of this and get to Beterbiev, or not Beterbiev, Morrell going against the
winner.
The winner, Morrell and David Benavidez. David, what's that? Yeah, that's his name, right?
David Benavidez. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not Beterbiev.
No, Benavidez. Benavidez.
It's too close, okay? The Mexican monster.
It is very close. It's like a Mexican and Russian version of each other, the same name.
Yeah, better. You know what? The Mexican / Honduras monster, David versus David Morrell, the hard-hitting Cuban. How about that? So that fight I cannot wait for. And that's a fight that's going to be on pay-per-view, PBC fight, Amazon, where we're going to be paying like $80. And ain't no belt in line. Like,
that's ridiculous. That's crazy, man.
We're gonna pay, and that's a hardcore person, like a hardcore boxing fans fight that wants to see David Morrell against David Benavidez, because Canelo been ducking both of them, so they have to move up into another weight class just so they can get a title shot. So we're gonna pay money to watch that fight when there's no belt on the line. Well, we're gonna pay $25 to watch this fight, which is one of the best fight cards. When we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't got the whole picture, but right now, 1, 2, 3, 4 world champions. 1, 2, 3, 4 world champions. Okay, so you're getting 4 world champions defending their belt against good opponents.
7 world titles.
$24. Well, we're gonna pay
for $25 damn dollars. That's crazy.
We're gonna pay $80 to fight 2 people not fighting for a belt to fight the winner of this fight. So
you got to be
that's why America isn't, saying like, bring it back to my man Brandon. I wish it was in the States, but this is the shit we got to deal with in the States, opposed to Turkey Alex Sheik may put on the good fights overseas. They've already proven that they don't need Vegas no more. They don't need Madison Square Garden no more. They say, F America, you do our time. We're not like the UFC, where the UFC made, and for the Leon Edwards, Bilal Muhammad fight, made them adhere to our time when they're watching a fight at 4 a.m. We watch the regular time for us. They're like, you know what? No. Y'all are going to watch it on our time in America. Tough S.
And it's crazy because I was trying to look at what historical boxing cards could stack up, because when I searched best boxing cards ever, like this card just continually popped up. And the next best thing I got was, and this is an amazing card. Wait till you hear this bad boy. I've got two of them for you. The first one is, I'm going to give you the first one, which is not as great, and then I'll give you the second one. Listen to this first one. The co-main event was Lennox Lewis versus Tony Tucker. And the not even the co-main event, but the one before that, the Coco, was Julio Cesar Chavez versus Terrence Ali. And so this was May 8th, 1993 in the Mirage in Las Vegas, right? Not great, but it was okay. Now, September 28th, 1979, Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. They're saying this is the last greatest best card ever. You have in the fourth match, our buddy, Puerto Rican legend, on your top 5. By the way, go check out Clever D's top 5 Puerto Rican boxers, short and Mexicans, by the way. They're on YouTube, and he got a lot of views. Wilfredo Gomez versus Carlos Mendoza. Okay. The Coco main event, Roberto Duran versus Zeferino Gonzalez. The co-main event, Sugar Ray Leonard versus, I don't know who this bum is, but Andy Price. He's probably not a bum. I shouldn't say that. Okay. And then in the main event, Larry Holmes versus Ernie Shavers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's actually a good card. Because that card had stars on it. And that's, now, if you think about that card, you look at the past tense of as far as how iconic those fighters are later in their career. Right. 78. You know what I'm saying? And you look at this card right now and where they are right now is just crazy.
Right.
Crazy. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, this might be the best card, if it stays like this, of all time.
Hey, Brandon, we do not at all condone the streaming of live sports, but my friend, I am all for you doing what makes you happy. And if you ever find yourself to be out of one and you find streams of meth or streams of crack, well, you'll find the promised land again, my friend. Just a little hidden riddle for those of you out there who may need a little prop up. That being said, I know you had one more piece of boxing news for us. One of our favorite fighters, you and I both, is getting ready to fight. Oscar Navarrete. What can you tell us about this boxing news?
Oscar, you mean Oscar Valdez?
What did I say?
Oscar Navarrete.
Wait, oh my bad. You know what I meant. Oh my God, we are the worst with names. We're the worst. You're bad. You mispronounce names all the time. I don't want to hear that.
All right, Oscar Navarrete. Anyways,
oh God.
Let's see.
That's funny.
Lennox Tyson's fighting soon, so
Lennox Tyson, shut up.
But Navarrete versus Valdez. So the first fight, which is funny because when we had our fantasy football draft in 2023, we were down in New Orleans, and me, you and Eric left a little later. Me, Dale the Snail, and Lamar went out, and we came back early because I know me and Dale, we had early flights heading back. So we came back, watched this fight, which was phenomenal. You and Eric came in probably with the eighth or ninth round. Y'all,
it was like the 6th or 7th. Yeah.
Yeah, we were all just watching it.
It was about halfway.
Just like, oh snap, you know what I'm saying? And this fight was ridiculous. I mean, the scorecards, it was a slugfest. We had Navarrete. I had scorecards written down. He had 116 to 112, 118 to 110, and 119 to 110. this card was built as, the Battle of Mexico. They had Eric Morales, they had Marco Teno Barrera there, they had Julio Cesar Chavez. They built this up to be one of the best Mexican fights, to bring back that whole, to bring back the whole top Mexican fighters fighting each other. And it didn't disappoint. It was a great fight. Only thing that sucked about it was when Navarrete, it was like in the mid rounds, he hurt his right hand, but this man threw jabs galore. He had Valdez rocked in the early rounds, and this man threw, let's see, Valdez landed a high, I had to write this down because it's just crazy numbers here. So Valdez had a higher connection rate of 32%. Navarrete's connection rate was only 17%. Wow. But Navarrete threw with one hand. Double. Okay, one hand was hurt. He would have whole round throwing his right hand.
Props.
He threw 1,038 punches, 602 punches more than Valdez. Okay, so Navarrete was on it. Okay, and let's see, Valdez connected with 76 more than Valdez connected 76 more than Navarrete. So even though he threw a lot more, the power punches, it was volume versus choice punches, if that makes sense. Valdez landed more, but the volume of Navarrete was just too much for him. You know what I'm saying? He was killing him with a jab. So it's a one-sided thing, and Navarrete went on to win. This is going to be the rematch on Saturday. If you have nothing to do, or if you have a DVR, if that's still a thing, if this is a fight that if you're new to boxing, you want to see action, please check this fight out. It'll be on ESPN. All right, I believe it's free, or you can go on to whatever these other sites are. You know what I'm saying? Check them out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't naming no names. I'm not naming no names where you can watch this stuff. Some of y'all are dusting out of your neighbors. Some of y'all are dusting out your neighbors' window and stuff like that. I ain't gonna name no names. People be borrowing accounts and stuff like that for ESPN Plus. But it is what it is. Watch this fight if you have nothing to do, or watch it the next day. You know what I'm saying? If you want to watch boxing, what you're saying boxing's boring, watch this fight. It'll change your mind. I'll tell you that right now.
There you go. Hey, you heard it here first, as our boy Hot Take Jake would say. Shout out everybody there at the bottom. If you were looking for us earlier, we had some technical difficulties, so we'll be on either later tonight or tomorrow or next week. Brandon says, pull up UFC 311 first before we talk about 310. Okay, I can do that. While I'm doing that, though, I want you all to make sure you're subscribed. Go to Ball and Buds, BALLAND BUDS on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe there or follow on Instagram as well. You should do both. And yeah, I'm bringing up UFC 311 now before we go into 310. Thank you for the suggestion. Right now you have. Okay, so here we go. Let me go to the main card.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh,
yes, sir. What's good?
Do you want me to? I'll give my prediction for Navarrete and Valdez.
Oh, hold on.
No, we'll do. We're not gonna do it now. We're not gonna do it now. We'll do our UFC predictions.
Okay.
I'll give that prediction. I also give the prediction for another fight where we get into boxing. Okay. Liam Parles going against Richard Hitchens on the Zone. So if you want, that's a good fight. Liam Parles back-to-back fights in Puerto Rico for Australian. He beat Saburo Matisse for the IBF. Now he's defending it against. No, it's not the IBF. Which one did he win? WBA? I don't know. He won one of the belts at 140, but he's defending it against Teofimo Lopez is the IBF, I believe. So I think it might be the WBA. No, that's Fonsuela. So he has the WBO. There we go. WBO belt. He's defending against Richard Hitchens, and that's gonna be fire.
Talk about me.
Yeah, that's champions. Calm down, not names. So get it right, sir. But he's fighting again in Puerto Rico. When you make an assumption, you got to make them make sense. Okay, don't just.
I'm just messing with you.
But Saburo Matisse, who was a nightmare, killing people. Unfortunately, he beat him in Puerto Rico, and he's fighting back to back in Puerto Rico against Richard Hitchens. And it'd be a good fight too. If you're on the Zone, check that out as well. So you got options on Saturday if you're not watching college sports. You got Liam Parra against Richard Hitchens, and you got Navarrete against Valdez on ESPN. But what we got here? What we got?
Yes, sir. And Emmanuel, I apologize. for getting your name incorrect, sir. Emmanuel Navarrete. I love him. He's a great fighter. Here we go. UFC 311. Here is our fight card that Brandon wanted us to bring up. So your co-main event, Johnny Walker's fighting. And then moving into our is really good co-main and main. Dubashwali versus Nurmagomedov. And our main event, Makhachev versus Arman, because I can't say his last name.
Turkan. What? Just say Arman.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna mess that thing up too.
What do you think about this so far? And now this can always change, but
I wouldn't say fire. I would say you got it's back ended good. Pause with the two double champions fighting.
And he said they're adding Jury versus
Jamil Hill. Yuri Prochazka against Jamil Hill.
Right. Okay.
Now that fight, that's a good fight. If they're going to do that, I would drop down Johnny Walker, who is not. Mm-hmm. Johnny Walker is he's washed.
Oh, okay. He's washed, completely washed.
Who hasn't knocked him out? I mean,
he's got beat a lot, but he's a good fighter, and he can still, Okay.
He's just look at his knockout freaking tape. He was good until he messed his shoulder up because he was on a great winning streak, and then when he did the little worm in the cage, messed his shoulder up.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
The same. Everyone's knocked him out. If Yuri Prochazka and Jamal Hill are in this, then
Jamal Hill. Shout out Jamal.
It would be it's a good card. I would say it's better than the card Saturday.
Okay.
I would say
let's get into that because the card Saturday. Originally, let me bring up this image I got for us. Originally, where is it? Hold on one second. Let me bring it up. Originally, they had a co-main event that was scratched. Here it is.
Are you stuck in the Matrix? Oh, you had it. Oh, you had it. Come on, fingers. There you go. I think your phone's on mute or something. Your phone's stuck. There you go.
Can you see it?
Yeah, you're good.
Brandon, the most hilarious part, Brandon. I know you might have tuned in a little behind, but the most hilarious part was we were having so much technical. I have been having so many technical difficulties with my laptop tonight. That usually is what I run on. I'm doing it on my phone, and I'm also controlling my laptop to do the screen for the pictures. So every time I try to do something, I keep thinking I'm doing it on my laptop, and I do it on my phone, and that's why you see me go away because I'm like moving my phone. It has nothing to do with the internet. It just had to do with me moving my phone. Yes, thank you, Derek. I'll accept it. It's not the internet this time, but I will accept it. All right. Anyways,
you can't buy a laptop where you buy Slurpees. You gotta go to Best Buy or somewhere. You can't be.
I agree. Both my phone and laptop hate me, so I might have to have a Christmas.
I hate them.
I might have to. I know. And you know what? You're so right because I just walking upstairs to do this show or before the bottom line, I was carrying my laptop and me being stupid, trying to do too many things at once. I went and my laptop dropped out of my hands and hit the floor. So that's probably why it's messed up, right? All right, let's go. Wow. How much disrespect is this? If I were Aljamain Sterling, I would feel disrespected. He was on the prelims before getting moved up after one of these after the which one was it? It was Muhammad versus Pantoja. Or no, Muhammad versus
Rakhmonov, yeah.
Okay, so that one got canceled, right? And so they moved Pantoja Asakura up and then put Rakhmonov against Gary, right? So, but Sterling, he was in the prelims before this. So, I mean, should he feel disrespected?
Oh, not really. I mean, that's not new. Dana White has his people. You know what I'm saying? Dana White has his good old boys, and Aljamain is not one of them. You know, him or his old training partner. I forgot his name. Italian cat.
Leon Edwards.
He's British. Italian cat. He's from Long Island. Brandon, help me out there.
Italian cat.
Yeah, but Dana White's never really, he trains a rate with Ray Longo and Matt Serra at that gym, but Dana White's never really been a big Sterling fan, so it's what it is.
Okay, does he win here? I mean, I don't know much about the other guy, so you're gonna have to tell me what you know about this other guy.
I mean,
I don't even know if I've ever heard of him before, to be honest.
I'm going to is it
and again, I don't watch as much as you do, but I mean, I just haven't. I don't remember
something.
Well, it says he's the number 5 ranked. He's 18-0. He's 18-0. Number 5 ranked.
Al Alaquita, whatever, something like that. It's Al.
Don't say Al Qaeda on this program, son. We're gonna get canceled. Oh shit! Damn it, we're gonna get canceled.
Don't say it. Fuck out of here.
Oh,
but
shit.
Al Alaquita, something like that. I don't know. That's the hotel.
Oh yeah, Al Alaquita. Yeah.
That's the dude. Yeah.
The guy with the long hair, like you had the mullet.
No, it's curly. It's curly. It's Italian.
Curly. Okay, curly.
Yeah, it's Italian guy. Anyway, I'll say this. For this fight, I'm gonna go. He's 250 under. Oh damn, my man's already got the betting. Damn, go ahead, cue it up, Omar.
Yes, sir. Hold on, I was looking at the UFC description of it. Let me go here.
Clubs bangers.
I'm going with the Funk Master. Okay, you disrespect him, put him on the prelims, and now you put him on the main card. Dana White, you don't like him, but he doesn't care.
Let's go. Brandon agrees with you, and I agree with you because I love Aljamain Sterling. I don't care if Dana White don't like him. I like Aljamain Sterling. He's a good fighter.
The Funk Master, you know what I'm saying? I like Aljamain, you know what I'm saying? He's a human backpack. He's going to get a rear naked choke. I'm going to say first round.
First round.
I'm going to say first
rear
round.
Naked choke.
And mean mug after that. He's going to put the gold chain on. He's gonna mean mug after that. I got. He's mad right now. He ain't fought in a while. You know what I'm saying? He's hungry.
Now I do have to ask you though, because this Movzar Evolev is 18-0. So obviously, Dana must think somewhat highly of this prospect in order to put him in the ring with such a tough fighter as Aljamain Sterling. Would I be correct in saying that?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. No, it's one of those things where, he wants to test him. And okay. This is a crossroads fight for Aljamain. Aljamain is at the point where, do I become a gatekeeper? I'm an ex-champion. Last time y'all saw me, I believe, the last time he fought, he got knocked. He got knocked out, or did he fight after that? I'm not too sure.
That was a couple fights ago, I think. Yeah.
Sean O'Malley, Sean O'Malley got him on.
Yeah, it was Sean O'Malley back in April. Yeah, or May.
No, that was in May. That was like a couple years ago. So we were down in I was down in Nashville for that one.
Yes, sir.
And no, was that Nashville? I don't know. I don't think it was Nashville, but
no, because that was this year. You weren't here. I saw it at the No, we were together. Yeah. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
I did a caveat, and I actually called around that it would happen. Yeah, Bryce Mitchell fight. Yeah, right. You're right. Yeah, that's right. He did fight Bryce Mitchell. That's what I was wondering. But yeah, no, Aljamain is at the point where he could be either the gatekeeper, a high level gatekeeper, or he's still title contention. So I think he's I think he still got it. So I'm a big fan of his.
Now, Brandon, thank you for a quick segue. We weren't planning on including him in this club bangers, but now that you brought it up, I really want to know what Clubber thinks about this, because I know he knows both fighters. Bryce Mitchell is actually going to be fighting of Gracie family fame, Kron Gracie. So what do you think about this? It's in the prelims. Or actually, no, it's in the main event. It's in the main card.
Unless they changed it. Against Gracie?
Yep. Mitchell versus Gracie. Mitchell's 800 favorite, so a large favorite.
Yeah, because Kron, he doesn't fight as often. And he
doesn't fight very much, right? Yeah.
He's just jiu-jitsu. If he gets a hold of you, it's a wrap. Bryce Mitchell worked will freaking his pace is crazy. Damn.
Yep. Thanks for the question, Brandon. Yep, he is on the main card. You're right.
I'm leaning towards Bryce Mitchell now.
Bangers.
Yeah.
Clubs.
I'm gonna caveat this one. If Bryce Mitchell takes him out by the second round, if he doesn't take him out by the second round, no, I'm sorry. I think if Bryce Mitchell wins, it'll be probably in the first 2 rounds. But I could see a submission. That one's tough because if Kron gets a hold of you, he could tap you. So
basically, what you're saying is you're thinking the strikers are going to come out and probably get him out of there in the first 2 rounds. But if not, then you have the grappler that has more time to get his hands on him. Pause again. Yeah. You know what? Okay.
It's kind of like the Cub Swan when he fought Cub Swanson. You know what I'm saying? Cub tapped him. You know, he's whooping that ass. So, Kron, he's not so great on the hand. So I would say that's a fight where. Bryce, I don't know if Bryce is not gonna say smart, but if he's that high level enough not to get caught with something and get baited on going to the ground. But I'm going Bryce Mitchell. We'll go Bryce Mitchell. I'm just gonna go Bryce Mitchell.
Okay. And then there you go. Some quick hitters here. 2 more on the prelims that obviously one's on the picture here, but another one I just want to get your opinion on. So on the picture here, we have Vicente Luque versus Gorimbo. Gorimbo is the 162 favorite. So, I mean, it's very close there in the odds. Vicente is Gorimbo is 14-4. And then Vicente is, let's see what his record is, 22-10-1. So what are your thoughts on that?
This is a get right fight. He needs this, but I don't think I was going to Vicente. I was going to go with him, but I think his time has come.
Clubs, bangers.
It's going. Okay. Vicente, great fighter. Come on over to the gate. Come on over to the gate. Let's go paint this gate with Tom Sawyer. All right. You'll be a gatekeeper, unfortunately. You're a great fighter, but the time has come.
The time has come.
I have him.
It happens. It happens to the best of them.
Kevin Holland. Come on over to the gate. Come on.
Let's go. No, not K-Hawk. No.
He's been there.
I know.
Let's go ahead and paint this gate.
He's such a badass, though.
Let's go ahead and paint this gate with me. Come on.
Okay. So another prelims that I really want to get your thoughts on. Dominic Reyes, number 12 ranked light heavyweight, who is a 340 favorite, versus Anthony Smith, who is only ranked at number 13 right behind him, but he's the 270 underdog. Dominic Reyes, Anthony Smith. What are your thoughts?
Dominic Reyes is part of that. The judges did me dirty. I should have been John Jones card group. And when you lose to John Jones, your career kind of falls apart. When Yuri Prokochkin hit him with that elbow, I thought he went straight to sleep. He was CPAP status. Back elbow he hit him with. I mean, it was bad. I mean, when he slept. He was like you, sideways. He was sitting sideways. And I was just like, Lord have mercy. So I'm glad he won his last fight by knockout because it proves that he's kind of back to his old ways. I love seeing that. Anthony Smith has fought just about everybody. Lionheart, he could have took the easy way out and beat John Jones by illegal, I think it was a knee to the head or something like that. We said, now let the fight keep going. He could have took the easy way out, took John Jones's belt. Anthony Smith, you've been around forever. Great fighter, okay? Great fighter to watch, all right? But he's painted that fence for quite some time, all right? Dominic Reyes, you're not painting the fence. You've been digging holes for the fence. Let's get you away from that. Let's get you
mixing the paint. He's mixing the paint.
Let's get you closer to the house. Dominic Reyes, I need you to win by knockout. I'm going with you. I still think you have stuff in you. Pause. I think you can still be a great fighter. You're a hell of a fighter. Andy Swift, you're a hell of a fighter. But Dominic Reyes, welcome to the show. I got you winning. I got you winning by knockout. It'll probably be a decision, but I would like to see a knockout, and I want to see you catapult to get back into contention at light heavyweight because I thought you beat John Jones. A lot of people thought you beat John Jones, but
A lot of people.
And let's get your career back where it needs to be. Okay.
That is crazy because you're so right about that. He was so close to beating John Jones. So many people had that fight, like, going the other way. And then all of a sudden, he just had a bad rough patch, and you just didn't. It was downhill from there.
Never recovered.
There you go. Never recovered. That's exactly right. Yeah. Wow. Okay, well, thank you for that. Appreciate that, my brother. Let's go ahead and go on to our main 3 cards before we get up out of here for the night. We really appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed at Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS. Hey, there's a QR code up there in the top right. You see it. If you scan that, it'll take you to our link tree. You can subscribe to our YouTube. You can follow our Instagram, all that good stuff. So make sure you do that. And please hit that like button, share, so that way you help out the algorithm and we get shown to more people because we love going out to the people. Now, thank you. Look, I just saw a light go up. Look at y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. All right. The number here we got Cyril Gane versus Alexander Volkov. And Cyril Gane is the 345 favorite. So fairly large favorite. He's 12-2. Obviously, we know he lost to John Jones. Alexander Volkov is 38-10. Both coming off wins. What are your thoughts on this fight?
Gane had the most porous outing against John Jones. It was just embarrassing. The confidence level wasn't there. Scared of the bright lights. I don't know what it was. It was supposed
who did he beat for the title? I forget.
He fought for the interim.
Yeah, he fought the interim, and then
Derek Lewis whooped his ass.
Derek Lewis. Okay, cool.
And he's fought too. He's good against certain fighters that he knows he could dominate. Volkov has looked pretty good. He's been looking good lately. And he's been picking people apart. This man's like 6'7". This is going to be a stand-up war. Cyril Gane's a kickboxer. It's hard to tell what type of Cyril Gane we're going to see. Are we going to see the John Jones Cyril Gane, or are we going to see the Tui Taivasa Cyril Gane? Are we going to see the going against Derek Lewis Cyril Gane, or are we going to see the I'm letting Francis Ngannou take me down Cyril Gane in terrible fight? You know what I'm saying? So with Volkov, he can't mess around because Volkov will keep you at bay. They're both good kickboxers. Volkov's a little more aggressive. For this fight, I think it's his time.
Clubs, bangers. Clubs, bangers.
Volkov by decision. But he's going to outpoint him.
Let's go.
He's going to outpoint him.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you. I think Volkov at this stage is probably the more dangerous fighter. While I think Gane is okay, I think you're right. I think he has some confidence issues. I believe that, and I don't know because I don't really know what his background was before UFC. Maybe you can inform me, Clubberty, since you know more than I do. I only saw him in UFC. Yeah, Gane.
Oh, Gane? I mean, he was over in France. I couldn't tell you what he was on. Volkov was in Bellator before he moved over, but he was.
So there's an experience difference there because I see, he only has 14 fights gone in the UFC while Volkov has 32. So that's a massive difference of double, of the experience. So I agree with you. I think Volkov takes that as well. All right, moving on to the co-main event. This is wow. So again, we talked about it earlier. We're supposed to have Muhammad versus Rakhmonov. But now they had to change that, and now he's going up against Ian Machado Gary. Ian Machado, both of these fighters undefeated. Ian Machado Gary out of Ireland is 15-0. He's 6'3", 181 pounds with a 74.5-inch reach. But Rakhmonov has the reach advantage by 2.5 inches at 77. They have the same leg reach. He's 7 pounds heavier, but he is 2 pounds shorter, but he is 18-0. So 18-0 versus 15-0. What are your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, this fight is basically Dana White letting Ian, it's go time. Ian, he's supposed to, not billed as the same as, but a Conor McGregor-esque because he's from Ireland. You know, he's
Patty
brash.
Pimlet type of.
Yeah, like Patty over there in the UK. He's trying to build his fan base over there. You know, he's brought in with a lot of hype. He talks a lot of mess. Leon Edwards, I think he was in his fight camp and got knocked out one time. They had to kick him out. There's a lot of backstory with his current wife. Ian Gary is interesting. Okay. His last fight with MVP, fought a safe fight, fighting somebody like MVP. Didn't look overly great. You know what I'm saying? Even the fight before that, when he fought Jeff Neal and he got the decision on that, I actually thought it could have gone the other way. But he took out Ian Neil Magny. He's done fairly well as far as UFC, but he's going against a killer right now. Like, he's going against a killer. He's scheduled to fight Buckley at the Tampa, the fight night. They were going to main event the card in Tampa, but Kobe Covington is subbed in, and now that's who Buckley's fighting. But I was actually looking forward to that fight. But now he's fighting Rakhmonov. Woo! He reminds me of Genovic. I don't know if they're from the same place. So I think it's Uzbekistan or not Uzbekistan. I forgot where they're from. I'm not sure if they're from the same place, but he reminds me of the boxer Genovic, and he ain't no joke. Okay, he's 6-0 in the UFC. Like you said, he's 18-0. Out of his 6 fights, he has 1 knockout and
Uzbekistan. You are correct. Uzbekistan.
Yeah, there we go. Uzbekistan. So he has five submissions and 1 knockout since being in the UFC with his 6 fights. And out of those 5 submissions, 3 rear naked chokes and 2 guillotines. He doesn't come to. Okay, he is no joke. He is a killer.
He don't come to fuck around, right?
And he's fought. They have a common person in Jeff Neal, where Ian Gary had Styles make fights, but Ian Gary had a questionable fight against Jeff Neal. Could have gone either way. Where Rakhmonov tapped him out, choked him out. You know what I'm saying? His last fight against Wonder Boy, Stephen Thompson, who's better than anyone on Gary's resume. Rear naked choke. I think it's a rear naked choke or a guillotine. 1 of the 2. Submission. Got him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So with this fight, you got Ian Gary moving up, fighting a killer.
Clubs.
I'll tell you right now.
Clubs bangers.
Ian Gary will be tapping out by the 3rd round.
Woo!
Rear naked choke.
Rear naked choke, 3rd round. Damn, you heard it here. Make sure you put your bets in at FanDuel, DraftKings, Caesars. I can't even get it out. ESPN, bet whatever you want. Because Clubber D, I will tell you right now, if you didn't hear this last time, Brandon and all of our friends out there watching, Clubber D is 8-0 in his last 2 pay-per-views. He was 4-0 in both. And if you don't believe us, go check the IG photo proof in print that my man Clubber D is killing the game right now with the predictions.
And actually, I was mother because I got a free steak dinner out of it too. Just saying.
Hey, I like it. So you heard it there. 3rd round, rear naked choke submission. Rakhmonov over Ian Machado Gary, which would not look good for Dana White. It's going to be one of his prized possessions there that he's going to lose the O on. That being said, yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying it'd be like that. You're good.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, let's move to the main event. Again, for tuning in, we really appreciate y'all staying with us. We are going to hit this last one and get up out of here for the night. So we have a newcomer in UFC. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask our expert UFC MMA insider here because I don't know that this has ever happened before. But Kai Asakura is coming from Ryzen, where he had 21 wins and 4 losses, 13 of those wins by KO. But this is his first fight in UFC, and he is getting a championship bout against Alexandre Pantoja, who is 28-5 from Brazil. They don't even have stats on UFC for his weight, for the other guy, Kai, for his weight, for his reach. They don't even have the stats on the UFC website that I'm looking at.
I mean, it's bantamweight, but it's I put it like this. The reason why he's coming in here and fighting the champ, he was the champion Rising 2-time fighter. He's fought a who's who over in Japan. Rising, if people don't know, backstory, Rising's like the stepson of Pride fighting back in the day. You had Pride.
Ooh, that was one of your favorites. That was one of your favorites.
Pride. That's where all the main fighters were in Pride. I mean, Fedor, Rampage, Vanderlei, Ninja, who Big Nog, Little Nog. I can keep on going with all the great fighters, Mark Coleman, all the great fighters that were in Pride and all the fights we saw, like Don Fry, Ken Shamrock was over there at times, you know what I'm saying? The Sakuraba, aka the Gracie Killer, you know what I'm saying? Pride had all the fighters back then, and you could soccer kick, which was amazing. Alexandre Overeem, but let me stop. So when Pride got bought up by UFC, you had Dream Promotions that was the same thing, similar to Pride, but now we have Rising. And if you guys don't know, Rising's where Mayweather had fought when he boxed the guy. That was at a Rising event. Rising has worked for Bellator in the past. They like to put on their New Year's Eve shows where they like to have that's their biggest card. So Kai Asakura, so think about him. He has a big following, all right, a very big following. He is like not on the same level, but on the MMA scene, he is similar to the monster Inoue when it comes to boxing. He's close to that level. Just to give you a hint of what Dana White's doing, the reason he's giving him a title shot, there's a Japanese market he needs to get into. We all know One Fighting owns the Asian market, all right? But Kai Asakura, his YouTube followers, he has 1.3 million YouTube followers. He has 170 videos with at least 1 million views. In the UFC, you have Izzy Alexandre, who has 27 views close to or at 1 million. That's the highest person in the UFC right now.
Wow.
So, 27, you got 170. That's why he's getting a title shot, and he can fight. His last fight, he fought, I believe, was I got it written down here. Juan Archuleta. That was last year for the New Year's Eve show. He knocked him out. Like I said, he's fought a who's who as far as like Bellator.
Has this ever been done before, though? Has this ever been done in UFC where a fighter came over and made his debut?
When they bought out Pride, Dan Henderson fought the champ, fought Rampage at 205. Then he fought who did he fight at 185? Because he was a double champ.
Okay, but maybe not bought out, but anybody coming from another organization like Bellator or anything like that might have got a.
As far as Bellator,
just any others.
Well, Pride, he came over from Pride, but UFC bought them out. But as far as like somebody not bought out, it just comes in.
Yeah. I just want to know, like, kind of how often does this happen? Not very often, right?
Well, he doesn't have no choice because Pantoja's knocked out the whole division. He's cleaned everybody out. There's nobody really. Brandon Moreno again. I mean, no one really is. Figueiredo moved up, so it's like, who's still there that he could fight? So you got to bring in a big dog. You know, saying because this is the reason why they want to keep this division around. I mean, one championship in Rising kind of has like, kind of the other guys. Like this guy's fought Manel Camp, who came over from there, and he fought him twice, lost one and won one. So this fight is going to be this guy's no joke. He's good. He is good.
Clubs, bangers. Clubs, bangers.
He's good, but he will be great, and he will beat Pantoja.
Whoa!
Okay? It will be by decision. Pantoja, I love him to death, but he the last few fights he kind of gasses a little early, and he likes to get caught with punches. And you do that with him, you might be going to sleep. Okay, you might he be speaking Portuguese in his sleep because I think he's Brazilian, so he'll be out of there. So yeah, I got Kai winning this. Asakura for the win.
Let's go. I like that. Pantoja has not had. I know he's a great fighter,
but his reign has been uninspiring to say the least.
Yeah.
Not very many, like when wrestling, when you have a person that just has like they had like a so-so title run, and you're like, all right, we got to change the belt on them. That's kind of how I feel at this point. So I agree with you. I think this is great, bringing in fresh blood from another organization and putting them up against your best and just letting happen what happened. I think that's amazing for not only UFC, but just the MMA community in general.
We need this, and UFC needs this because this fight card isn't that great. And again, like I had mentioned earlier about boxing, if you're going to charge $75, you better give the people what they want. And it might not be what the people want here, but over in Japan, they want to see their boy. So,
But we know here, we know what you want to see. You want to see Clubber D and the sports professor get our combat sports on, so we know that you come to see us to get all your good news and the expert knowledge of Clubber D, the combat G. He gives you everything that he has for the UFC, the MMA, and the boxing, and we always appreciate you tuning in with us here at Ball and Buds. Again, please make sure you subscribe at Ball and Buds, BALLAND BUDS. You see it on the t-shirt. Also, make sure you follow on the IG. Go ahead and follow Clubber D on TikTok at clubber.d. He is putting some good videos on there and getting really good engagement. So, yeah, we really appreciate everybody tuning in. It should be, at least if not anything more, it may not be the greatest card in the world, but it's going to be a fun card to watch. Clubber D and I will try to catch it along the way because we have an amazing Saturday planned. I'm so happy to be back home with my brother and our friends so that we can hang out with each other. It's a beautiful, beautiful time. My friend, go ahead and kick us on out of here while I got this exit video going.
I'm not going to watch this card. I'll be out drinking. Shout out to the homie Little Shane. His birthday will be
Happy birthday.
Celebrating his birthday. Probably go to MGM and hang out with him later that night. We'll be at if you're in the Fredericksburg, Virginia area, we'll be signing autographs at a meetup at Strange Ways Brewery on Saturday. Be there around 7:00. You can meet both of us. We'll be there signing autographs in the corner. Buy us a drink, get an autograph, or if you we ain't really signing autographs. We'll just be there drinking. Anyways, but show up anyways. We'll be there. Let's see. Oh yeah, then let y'all know Navarrete versus Valdez. Don't worry about the sound. I'm just gonna throw this one out there. I'm going with Navarrete. He will win this fight. All right. He's not gonna knock him out. He's gonna go you know what? I'll say a knockout. 10th round knockout. Because both his hands will work this time instead of one. And I got Liam Parra beating Richard Hitchens.
Woo!
That's his spot. You know what I'm saying? Just like Devin Haney went back to back. Australia, Australians will back to back to Puerto Rico.
Richard Hitchens, did you say?
That's his name.
Who the deuce is Richard Hitchens?
Huh?
He sounds like Paddington's owner. That's what he sounds.
Hey, he's Haitian cat. You know, he represented Haitian in the Olympics. He had lost to Gary Anton Russell.
Shit. Okay, my bad. My bad, King.
He can go. He can go.
He might fuck me up.
Liam Parra, I think he has a thing about winning in Puerto Rico. You know, he beat the Boogeyman and Sabrina Matias in Puerto Rico. Now he's fighting back to back in San Juan. Your dad might go to the fight. You never know. He's down there, ain't he?
He is down there. Actually, he comes back tomorrow. So, but yeah. But Sabril, sorry, brother. Take that L and just learn from it and get better. That's all you can do, my friend.
The Boogeyman.
As always, we really appreciate y'all tuning in again at Ball and Buds. Not going to say the whole subscribe shit again. We've already done all that. But we will see you next week. Make sure you catch us. You know what? Clubber D and I are going to actually start coming on, hopefully at a more, at least if not every 2 weeks, or not every week, every 2 weeks for sure. We've been trying to come up with a more consistent schedule, and we did well. We've had 3 shows in the past 4 weeks. So I like the schedule that we're on. I think Clubber D has a lot of knowledge to offer y'all on a weekly basis. So we may even move this to a weekly thing. But either way, you can know if you stay subscribed and follow on our channels. And again, that's it, man. Really appreciate it. Gonna have fun with my brother this weekend and all of our friends. you have fun with your friends and your family as well. Brother, I'm gonna hit this video. Say goodbye.
Hey, I'll catch you all the next one. Like O said, we're gonna try to throw these joints out there because we got a lot of fights lined up, especially in December. New Year's Eve, you guys have nothing to do. Hit us up. We got a plan for y'all.
Catch us on the flip side. Holla, 5,000.
He's with the millions. It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure flow. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me street pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action back to back. In fact, this monster will go. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. Hard like winter cold. Bust these fools, anything less than killing whack rappers is a crime. I stay trying to get mine. Stacking value, packing venues, winning over time. Ain't no fine timeline. Open your eyes, looking for the best, and this is what you find. Game is only for the bold. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Introducing from parts unknown, your UFC and combat sports insider, Clever D, the Combat G, and the Sports Professor.